The Maharaja of Prathpandapuram is the hero of this story. His name is Jang Bahadur, but his name is often shortened as the Tiger King. I will tell you why he came to be known as Tiger King. I'll not run from my promise, even if I'm threatened by a Stuka bomber. Everyone who reads of Tiger King will experience the desire to meet the man of his unbeatable courage, face to face. The way Bharat said to Ram about the death of Dashrath. The Tiger King has also reached that final place of all living creatures. In other words, the Tiger King is dead. The manner of his death is a matter of extraordinary interest. It will be revealed only at the end of the tale. The most fantastic aspect of his death was that, as soon as he was born, astrologers had predicted that one day, the Tiger King would have to die.
The child will grow up to become the warrior of warriors, hero of heroes, champion of champions, but...
When forced to continue, he said,
"This is a secret, which should not be revealed. And yet, we are forced to speak out. The child born under this star will one day have to meet its death."
At the moment, a great miracle took place. Some words came from the 10-day-old king.
O wise prophets!
Everyone was surprised and confused. Then, the 10-day-old child again spoke.
O wise prophets! It was I who spoke.
Now, there was no doubt that the child spoke the words.
All those who are born will one day die. We don't need your predictions to know that. There would be some sense in it, if you could tell us the manner of that death.
The chief astrologer looked at the child. A baby, barely 10 days old, speaks. Not only that, he raises intelligent questions. Incredible.
The prince was born in the hour of the bull. The bull and the tiger are enemies, therefore, his death will come from the tiger.
You may think that when the prince heard the word tiger, he was thrown into a quake. That was exactly what did not happen. As soon as he heard the word tiger, terrifying words came from his lips.
Let tigers beware.
This story is just a rumor. But after knowing the story, we may conclude it was based on some truth. The crown prince grew taller and stronger day by day. No other miracle took place in his childhood, except the event already described. The boy drank the milk of an English cow, was brought up by an English nanny, tutored in English by an Englishman, saw nothing but English films, exactly as all the crown princes of other states did. When he came of age at 20, the state came to his hands. But everyone in the kingdom remembered the astrologer's prediction. Many continued to discuss the matter. Slowly, it came to Maharaja's ears. There were many forests in the state. They had tigers in them. The Maharaja knew the old saying, you may kill even a cow, in self-defense. If one can kill a cow in self-defense, he could certainly kill a tiger, for saving himself. The Maharaja started out a tiger hunt. He was thrilled when he killed his first tiger. He called the state astrologer, and showed him the dead tiger.
What do you say now?
Your Majesty, you may kill 99 tigers in exactly the same manner, but...
But what? Speak without fear.
But you must be very careful with the 100th tiger.
What if the 100th tiger were also killed?
Then, I'll tear up all my books on astrology, set fire to them, and... I'll cut my tuft, crop my hair short, and become an insurance agent.
From that day onwards, it was celebration time for all the tigers inhabiting the state. Because the state had banned tiger hunting by anyone, except the Maharaja. A proclamation was issued to effect that, if anyone dared to throw even a stone at a tiger, all his wealth and property would be confiscated. The Maharaja swore that he would attend to all other matters only after killing the 100 tigers. Initially, he seemed well set to realize his wish. Not that he faced no dangers. There were times when the bullet missed its mark, the tiger jumped upon him, and he fought the animal with his bare hands. But each time, it was the king who won. Another time, he was in danger of losing his throne. A high-ranking British officer visited the state. He was fond of hunting tigers, and even fonder of being photographed with the tigers he had shot. As usual, he wished to hunt tigers in the state. But the Maharaja was firm. He refused permission.
I can organize any other hunt. You may go on a boar hunt. You may conduct a mouse hunt. We are ready for mosquito hunt. But tiger hunt? That's impossible.
The British officer's secretary sent message to the Maharaja, through Edwin, that the officer himself would not kill the tiger. The Maharaja could do the actual killing, because what was important for him was a photograph of himself holding the gun and standing over the tiger's dead body. But the Maharaja didn't agree even to this proposal.
If I agree now, what will I do if other British officers turned up for tiger hunts?
Because he prevented a British officer from fulfilling his desire, the Maharaja stood in danger of losing his kingdom itself. The Maharaja and Edwin held deliberations over the topic. As a result, a telegram was dispatched to a famous British company of jewelers in Calcutta. Sent sample of expensive diamond rings of different designs. Some 50 rings arrived. The Maharaja sent all the rings to the British officer's wife. The king and the minister expected that she would choose 1 or 2 rings and send the rest back. Within no time, she sent her reply. Thank you very much for your gifts. In 2 days, a bill for 3 lakh rupees came from British jewelers. The Maharaja was happy that though he had lost 3 lakh rupees, he had managed to retain his kingdom. The Maharaja's tiger hunts continued to be successful. Within 10 years, he had killed 70 tigers. And then, an unexpected hurdle brought his mission to a standstill. The tiger population became extinct in the forests of Prathpandapuram. Who knows whether the tigers practiced birth control, or harakiri? Harakiri means a ritual suicide. Or the tigers simply ran away from the state because they desired to be shot by British hands only? Anyway, the Maharaja sent for Edwin. Waving his gun, he asked from Edwin,
Diwan Saheb, aren't you aware of the fact that 30 tigers still remain to be shot down by this gun of mine?
Your Majesty, I am not a tiger.
Which idiot would call you a tiger?
No, and I'm not a gun.
You're neither tiger nor gun, Diwan Saheb. I called you here for a different purpose. I have decided to get married.
Your Majesty, I have 2 wives already. If I marry you...
Don't talk nonsense. Why should I marry you? What I want is a tiger.
Your Majesty, please think it over. Your ancestors were married the sword. If you like, marry the gun. A tiger king is more than enough for the state. It doesn't need a tiger queen as well.
I'm not thinking of marrying either a tiger or a gun, but a girl from the ranks of human beings. First you draw up statistics of tiger population in the different native states. Next, investigate if there is a girl I can marry in the royal family of a state with a large tiger population.
He followed the orders. He found the right girl from a state which possessed a large number of tigers. The Maharaja killed 5 or 6 tigers each time he visited his father-in-law. In this manner, 99 tiger skins decorated the walls of the reception hall in the Prathpandapuram palace. The Maharaja's anxiety reached the limit when there remained just 1 tiger to achieve his tally of 100. He had this one thought during the day and the same dream during the night. Now, the tigers became extinct. Even in his father-in-law's kingdom, it became impossible to locate tigers anywhere. Yet, only 1 more tiger was needed. If he could kill just 1 single beast, the Maharaja would have no fears left. But, he had to be extremely careful with that last tiger. What had the chief astrologer said?
But you must be very careful with the 100th tiger.
True enough. Tiger is a savage beast. One must be cautious of it.
Savage means violent.
But where was that 100th tiger to be found? It seemed easier to find tiger's milk than a live tiger. Thus, the Maharaja was sunk in depression. But soon came the happy news. In his own state, sheep began to disappear frequently from a hillside village. First it was verified that this was not the work of Kadamian Saheb or Virazami Naika. They both are famous for their ability to swallow sheep whole. Surely, a tiger was at work. The villagers ran to inform the Maharaja.
There will be a 3-year freedom from all taxes for that village. I'm going to hunt there.
The tiger was not easily found. It seemed as if it had hid itself in order to mock the Maharaja's will. The Maharaja was equally determined. He refused to leave the forest until the tiger was found. As the days passed, the Maharaja's fury rose alarmingly. Many officers lost their jobs. One day, his rage was at its height.
Double the tax in that village.
The people will become discontented. Then our state too will fall a prey to the Indian National Congress.
In that case, you may resign from your post.
If Maharaja does not find the tiger soon, the results could be disastrous. His life will return only if he sees the tiger that was brought from the People's Park in Madras, which is hidden in my house.
At midnight, when the town slept in peace, Dadwan and his wife dragged the tiger to the car and shoved it into the seat. Dadwan himself drove the car straight to the forest, where the Maharaja was hunting. When they reached the forest, the tiger launched its satyagraha and refused to get out of the car. Dadwan got exhausted in his efforts to pull the beast out and push it down to the ground. On the next day, the tiger wandered in Maharaja's presence and stood, as if saying, "Master, what do you command from me?" With bountiful joy, the Maharaja aimed at the tiger with his gun. The tiger fell down.
I have killed the 100th tiger. My vow has been fulfilled.
The Maharaja ordered that the dead body of the tiger would be brought to the capital in grand procession, and went away in his car. After he left, the hunters took a closer look at the tiger. The tiger looked at them, rolling its eyes, puzzled.
The tiger is not dead. The bullet has missed it. It had become unconscious because of the bullet passing near him.
What should we do now?
Maharaja must not come to know that he has missed the target. If he does, we can lose our jobs.
One of them shot the tiger. This time, the tiger was killed. Then, as commanded by the king, the dead tiger was taken in procession through the town and buried. A tomb was erected over it. A few days later, the Maharaja's son's 3rd birthday was celebrated. Before, the Maharaja was focused entirely on tiger hunting. He had no time for his child. But now, the king turned his attention to the child. He wished to give him special gift on his birthday. He went to the shopping center and searched every shop, but couldn't find any suitable gift. Finally he spotted a wooden tiger in a toy shop, and decided it was the perfect gift.
The wooden tiger costs only 2 annas and a quarter. But if I tell such a low price, I will be punished under the rule of the emergency. Your Majesty. This is an extremely rare example of craftsmanship. A bargain at 300 rupees.
Very good. Let this be your offering to the crown prince on his birthday.
On that day, father and son played with that tiny little wooden tiger. It had been carved by an unskilled carpenter. Its surface was rough. Tiny slivers of wood stood up, all over it. One sliver went into the Maharaja's right hand. He pulled it out with his left hand, and continued to play with the prince. The next day, infection flared in the Maharaja's right hand. In 4 days, it developed into a swelling, which spread all over the arms. 3 famous surgeons from Madras were brought in. They decided to operate. The operation took place. They came out of the operation theatre and announced,
"The operation was successful. The Maharaja is dead."
In this manner, the 100th tiger took its final revenge upon the Tiger King.